This one's for you. When love is met with hate and ignorance, life as we know it can get derailed. You may lose your sense of purpose. It may feel as though you've lost your light. But this is no reason to completely stop. Reflect, regroup, rearrange maybe, but don't retreat. Never let the opposing forces control you. Match malicious intent with hope, courage, and compassion. It'll seem as though the punches keep coming, and surrendering will seem like the only option. At times you might question what you're fighting for, yet surely enough, you'll reap the rewards that you worked and sacrificed for. Moments here and there will remind you why you began and why you keep on going the love carousel. So, I've got a couple of guests, Ann and TJ of the Heller Wade Experience, newly minted Heller Wade Experience. Hi, got a microphone right over here.
Microphone check. Hello, people. What's going on?
Welcome,
Casual
welcome.
Carousel.
It's all one big brand. So, we've just met. Although I feel like I've known you for so long, you know, I've heard a lot about your music. What's your story?
Well, I'm a musician. I love to. I do music like 24/7. Like I am music all day. I'm recording either. If I'm not creating, I'm listening to music. So when me and Ann we formed the Heller Way Experience. We started in like 2016, and we just were like, you know, we weren't sure what we were gonna do, and then we just said, well, hey, why don't we just do this, like turn it into a free improv thing? Like I'll come up with the beats and you have the noises or the theremin or whatever it is that you want to use, or the keyboard, and you know we do that, and then we just, you know, we're all about free improv. We're not like pressuring. We don't do anything that's like totally difficult. It's so I mean, and it's instrumental for the most part. Sometimes I'll rap like every once in a while, but like I try to save that for the Line of Fire project, which is another project with Ann that we're in. So, and then so we're doing that, and I do a lot of rapping on that. But on this one, we're gonna try to keep it like instrumental and free improv, like, and hopeful. You know what I'm saying? Hopeful, like, you know, on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Keyboard. It's 2 keyboards on this one. We're double trouble in it.
Double Trouble. I like that.
Yeah.
Was that another band name you threw around?
No, actually.
It's already taken.
Yeah, it's already taken,
Yeah.
right? I should know that. I've been in Austin for a few years.
Well, I've never heard a band called that, but
That was Stevie Ray Vaughan's band.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Looks.
But it's understandable since Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, kind of outshone or is kind of like the standout artist from that.
Yeah.
We just forget sometimes
I
in our haste and anxiousness to perform.
Right. Yeah. I understand that right now. I'm just like total bundle of nerves. We've been gone a few weeks, so I'm, you know, still kind of getting used to speaking again to people, you know, that are not like right in front of me. Such a weird concept.
Yeah.
Anyways, not about me. Your story?
I've been playing music ever since I was a child, and for the past 20 years, I've been holding an experimental music festival every March during South by Southwest, and so our project sort of stems from a need to have another creative outlet that's not rock and roll, that's not rap, that's not so aggressive, that's more
Right.
jazz and carnivalesque, something like secret soul sharing type of stuff. Though, like TJ said, not always with words.
Yeah, it's mainly
Sometimes
instrumental.
the words get in the way of what
Yeah.
you really mean. It's
Yep.
coming from your brain and your heart.
Right.
Sometimes you just got to put those on hold and let the music take over. That's what we do. We like to let the music control and take over their head, so that way, you know, we won't be fueled by the toxicness of words, you know, because
Right.
words can, like, people use words to deflect, you know, whatever you work on, like, right back at you. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, when you do the stuff without words, it's like a total escape. you know?
Yeah,
So,
you're right. And
total escape from the toxic and the feeling crippled and feeling, you know, like
Yeah.
you did something wrong when you really didn't. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I feel like it keeps you in the moment because with words, you're anticipating, what the next one is, and you have to remember them. And when you take away words from the music, you just have this presence, like right here, right now.
Yeah.
I've, tried to hold on to just being here now.
Yeah.
So I'm really going to enjoy this set. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
so,
excited. You have any plans for albums or?
Well, we have a bunch of songs that I don't think we have an actual album yet, but we recorded a bunch of songs, so we have an album's worth of material, but we don't have an actual album out right now.
Haven't put it together
We
yet.
haven't put it together
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, the stuff is there, so that's good.
Yeah. They say what's a song without words? I think the song without words is the best thing you ever heard.
Yeah,
Best
it's
thing I ever heard.
pure music.
Pure
TJ's a
music.
master producer. He has like his own studio at the house,
Yeah,
and works on the Reaper
I work
platform.
Reaper, yeah.
Despite being blind, he's just like a whiz, musical whiz. I mean, I guess it's not surprising when you have to rely on your ears and other
Right.
senses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's your ears are when you're blind, your ears are your eyes. So you gotta, like people say, well, how do you play video games because you're blind? I said, all you have to do is you follow your ears and you ask the person next to you what each sound is, and when you figure out when you know what sound is what, it makes it easier for you to play the game. And you still might lose, but at least you know what sound is what. And being blind, it's like you can get pretty far if it's a not too much of a visual and a visual platform game.
Right.
So that's that because I'm able to play video games too. Like I play Sega Genesis all the time, and I have games that are easy for a blind person, like Streets of Rage 2 to me is considered a game for blind people because it's sound oriented. It's visual too, but it's more like sound oriented. And I feel like they should make more stuff like that, more games like that.
That's true.
Because man, more games for blind people, the better off, man. There'll be like, I mean, unless that person's like totally addicted to video games, that's all they want to do. But
Then
Can't help
that's a bigger problem. Yeah. So what inspires you exactly?
music. Oh, what kind of music inspired? Oh, well, inspires me. Period. Just music
Yeah.
inspires me. Like music, music motivates, and it helps me come up with whatever I'm thinking of, whatever idea. I listen to either other music, like other artists, or other video game. Like I'm a big fan of like 8-bit and video game like music, and also a big fan of rock and roll and
Frank
Zappa, and like and of course the hardcore hip hop where early Ice Cube and early ICP and early what is it there? There's another person I listen to. I can't remember his name right now, but
On the drive home, it'll like, oh yeah,
yeah.
that always happens to me. What inspires you?
Same thing. Frank Zappa, Pauline Oliveros. He's from Houston, and different experimental and avant-garde composers and performers.
Oh, yeah.
Free jazz of the 60s and 70s, like
Yeah, she
Thelonious
does
Monk,
that.
or
Oh, yeah.
John Coltrane, of course, Charles Mingus, of course. People along those lines. Miles Davis, can't forget him.
Yeah, also P Funkadelic too,
And punk rock.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Punk rock, like the Misfits and such.
Oh,
And, psychedelic rock. Just about everything out there, except for country. I just never gotten into that.
Yeah. It's
What
not my
about you,
cup of-
TJ?
No, country music's not my cup of tea. But I respect it because I've had people in the past that listen to country music, and I listen to it because of them. I don't listen to it like on my own personal time. It's
Yeah.
not my cup of tea, but it's there, and, and it should be respected.
Not one of our
it's not-
influences.
Yeah, it's not our influences.
Yeah. So can you hear a lot of your influences in the music itself? or do you try to like
We
make
try to make it
something-
original, but
Yeah.
sometimes it just the inspiration just comes out
Yeah.
naturally, and we just let it be. 'Cause
This
people
piece
say,
was
"Oh, well, you."
was pretty much inspired by Brian Eno.
Yeah.
So
wow.
music
Nice.
of Brian Eno, ambient pieces that he's done through the years.
Through the years, yeah, we have the instrumental box set, which is really good. All 3 discs are really good.
Sounds like something we should like listen to one of these days. We'll make some plans off camera.
Eno box instrumentals. I
Yes.
recommend it. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's good to just have a day where you like sit down and just, you know, listen to a bunch of music and just kind of like it's cleansing.
Yeah, it is cleansing. I think yesterday I worked like from 8 to 2, like just producing beats.
Oh,
and
wow.
because I have this alter ego who's a rapper, MC Terroristic, and which is done by me, by TJ Wade, and I make his beats, and then I freestyle my lyrics. So so I do that, and then I have this other project that I'm working on called Oceanic Disaster, which is an audio game.
It's really cool, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. So I'm like coming up with the soundtrack for
It's all
each-
about picking purple urchins out of the ocean floor.
yeah
to try to save the oceans
to try to
from
save the
destruction.
ocean. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's something we should actually be working towards in real life. So it's good practice.
Because so we were saying that it's gonna be a game of fictional and non-fictional things. So there's gonna be there's gonna be a thing where
Okay.
sea aliens come from the spaceship, from the spaceships. They land in the water because the spaceships are waterproof, and they have sea aliens that appear out the sky in the spaceship, and they land on the water, and it's up to
Sweet.
this diver to stop these aliens from taking over with evil powers. And so
It gets very complicated.
yeah, it'll be very
Sweet.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So you have a tune
Yes.
named The Tune
Called
Itself.
The Tune Itself.
Yeah, it's called The Tune Itself, which we will be playing, or we will be streaming
Experiencing.
live
Yes.
after this title sequence. Then I guess I could ask you a few more questions after that.
That's cool.
But as for now, we're just going to go to titles, let that play out, let you set up, and
Cool.
we'll be on our way.
All right.
I can't wait.
Excellent. Me too. I can't wait.